So the Chicago Bears officially, it took them all the way to week 15, which is impressive for them. They're not gonna make it to over 9.5 wins.
They, like the Jaguars, started 3-1. Weirdly,
they're not gonna make it to 9.5 wins. We got so much heat, took so much flack from Bears fans about how stupid we were for saying that they were the remix of the Bortles-led Jaguars and how they were going to go under their win total. So do you have the mean tweets up?
Why? So we have,
they're not even tweets. They're worse than that. They're YouTube comments.
So there's 149 comments on our YouTube from May 30th when we said Bears under 9.5. Bakari Finley, y'all was wrong last year. 2TO. Rosario Rodriguez, PFF is so garbage. I got to find Jonathan Paez. George and Eric take a mathematical approach and do not know shit about FB.
Clearly.
People come in and saying the over is a lock. Ricky Rex, this is the last one I'm going to read. Ricky Rex, quarterback, 2 words, with the most negatively graded throws, and that's a reason why you don't have faith in him. Not third down percentage, QBR, LMAO, not anything relevant. No, these guys are lame as hell, yo. We get it. Y'all don't like the Bears. Here's the thing. We like the Bears. We like efficient football, though, and unfortunately, Mitch Trubisky didn't quite get it done. Didn't quite get it done this year.
Did not quite get it done. We made the point.
He started to come back a little, and we started to get some more tweets about how we have an agenda. And of course today, young Mitchell. Let's look at how young Mitchell.
It was not great. While you're looking that up, I will make the point that we made the last time, which is that Mitch Trubisky led the league in negatively graded throws last year. And that is something that is very stable for quarterbacks from season to season. Yep. Why? Because it tells you a lot about their ability to make accurate throws down the field and to take sacks you don't want to take sacks. I know it's shocking, but you don't want to do that. And we have just never seen a quarterback be that bad in terms of negatively graded throws and then lead a top 10 offense. It just doesn't happen. And shockingly, it didn't happen.
Trubisky did throw for 348 yards today. Granted,
they were behind the whole
2 picks. Game, they were behind the whole time. Under 7 yards per attempt when clean. Under 6.5 yards an attempt.
What's crazy is that trick play at the end
was almost
should have worked.
Tight end.
He pitched it too late.
Yeah, we could have even gotten. I know we talked about the Bears possibly covering that game. We didn't end up having it as a pick, but they could have covered with that, even if they would have missed the 2-point conversion. So it was kind of a rough one if you were a Bears fan because they did actually give you a shot to win, but unfortunately it was just too much stuff. And again, we talk about variance, right? The Bears led the NFL in turnovers forced by the opposition by 3% of drives last year, which is a ton. And they're just nowhere near that position this year. Rodgers played like crap today, but there were none of these back-breaking touchdowns by the defense that they were getting in 2018 that everybody said was going to happen in 2019. It just didn't happen. And what does that mean? That means every time that Mitch wants to score a touchdown, he's got to drive the length of the field. And he's just not good enough to do that repeatedly to win these games. So, they gave us a little bit, this thing could have gone under a month ago. So they won 3 straight games, but it ultimately finally did it with 2 games to go.
Thank God. Nagy stays there. Do they pick up Mitch's option? They have to, right? They kind of can't. They're kind of hamstrung by the fact that they went all in.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, a lot of this sounds stupid because it's like Jameis, but like the Jameis is like the key domino in this offseason, right? In terms of the quarterback position. If Jameis leaves Tampa Bay, like he's going to have a market. And then like teams that are sort of like wondering whether or not they should keep their quarterback around are probably going to give him a shot. And then after that, it's like, okay.
Well, you've got Ryan Tannehill as well.
You got Ryan Tannehill as well, who didn't play as well today, but has been great. You have Jameis. You also have Teddy Bridgewater. You have a lot of quarterbacks.
Maybe Cam Newton.
And unlike last season,
Eli Manning.
Eli Manning. There are a lot of spots. Joe Flacco. There are a lot of spots for quarterback. Like unlike last year. Last year there was one starting quarterback job available. It was Miami, and no one. Ryan Fitzpatrick would be another guy. I think his contract is only 1 year. So you have a lot of dominoes. I think Jameis is the first domino to fall, and that's so weird to me because again, like we propped up Jameis this year, but until this year he was kind of bad. This year he at least has some good with the bad.
I'm just gonna say this: there's no way that Jameis is the domino that matters for Chicago. Chicago can't go out there and replace Mitch Trubisky with Jameis and like that's just Ryan Pace is not going to do that. He's not going to be able to walk from his car into the stadium or get his car into the stadium if he does that. I can just tell you that right now. So to me, the option is they're either going to have to like tear it all down or they're going to give him one more year, and I would bet anything that Ryan Pace gives him one more year.
Well, they have to wait until they get a first-round pick again, right? And so okay, if that's the case, then how long do they start him?
They give him all of next year.
See, I think it's more of a Bortles like last year's situation where he gets a pretty early hook. And
well, but who do they?
Well, that's what I'm saying. So then the next question I was going to ask is who is their veteran backup? Who is their? Now, this sucks, but like who is their Cody Kessler? Who's the guy that's like youngish, bad, but like is because if Chase Daniel has to play a whole year, his arm's gonna fly.
I got one for you.
He's like a short Sean Hill.
I got one. Is there any way they can get Nick Foles over there?
I mean, I would. Philly
great.
should trade for Nick Foles.
Thanks for watching the PFF YouTube channel. And if you want to subscribe, all you have to do is push the button. Don't forget everything you get. A little fantasy, push the button. A little green line for the gambling aspects of the game, push the button. College football, push the button. The YouTube channel from PFF.